last night.
So you are a YouTuber?
I am. I guess. All right, we are on this job today with Juan here, and the object is I'm working for this client. I'm just helping out, kind of coordinating this. These two trees here, we're going to high stump at about 12 feet, and then we're going to take a piece of that one. These are all standing dead red cedars. This one here is still got some life in it, but there's a little one there that's going, and then that one was all the way dead to the top. So we're going to take about a 12-foot chunk off of it and then dump the rest of it out here, and then harvest a piece for a cross tie at the top. I have another log across the driveway that may work, but I'm guessing that I'll probably end up using a piece of this one. So they're getting ready to take that chunk off the top. So I'll keep you posted. Fishing a line through the top of that one. We're gonna pull that one out of the way before we dump that big one.
Ahí está, el mediano.
Push the tree that there and
Not rolling.
we'll roll it. There? Yep.
All right, we got two angles on that one. Next thing, we're gonna limb this one up and cut it off at that height there. We may take a chunk out of it, I'm not sure. It almost looks like it'd be a good cross member, but I'm not sure we can get it out without breaking it. We'll see. Okay, so that is now all prepped. We should be able to limb that one up, drop it right in there as well. Looks like they're probably gonna take that one out and put it right on top of all this. There's a stump here that might mess stuff up. I might cut that down. That way that thing can fall right in there and it won't shatter it. 36, 38 by 42. Well, I shot that thing in before we started, but then when I was uphill, it didn't look very good. I'll just grab my long level. The laser just ran out of battery. I've been using it a lot lately, so I guess we're getting new ones. All right, so everything's down. There's one in the driveway is kind of a smaller, junky one. Boy, look at that big thing through there. Let's see. That thing over there is a toad. It's probably 3 feet. It's probably 3 feet, 50 or 60 feet up. Anyway, what I did was I cut an end off of this one. It's kind of rotten. It's the one that came out of this last snag there. And I'm gonna give it to the guys so they can go up and cut a saddle into the top and use that for the form. It's about 21 or 22, and that will be about the average of what we're gonna end up putting up there whenever we select the one we're gonna select. We've got 3 to choose from. The one that's super sound is the bigger one, but I think everybody's thinking it's too big, so I'm gonna pull them all out, and it'll be easy enough to rig them and drop them up there with the crane, so if they want to look at them and decide which one they want, they can. This here is going to be an issue. This always happens on these oddball hillsides. You want a level, archway or something, and even though they're level, they look out of level no matter where you stand. So it's always kind of a crapshoot. Sometimes you have to build it. Well, I'm thinking back to a driveway entrance I did, I don't know, 15 years ago anyway. And no matter what I did or what tool you put on it to level it, it was level, but the driveway sloped, so it made, the mean angle of the ground made the entrance look crooked. And so we went around and around about it, but it just stayed the way it was, level. Anyway, so we might run into that here. All right, that's one of the possible, the far end of that one is one of the possible cross members. I think it's too rotten. And then this one here that's standing here is dead and leaning, so we're gonna take that out next, but that piece was in the way, so they're gonna dump that right there. Stand by. I think that little scraggly one is all that's left. I don't think I'm going to stick around for that. I'll be back with the machine tomorrow. We'll see how far we get. All right, we gotta load this guy up for a little job tomorrow. I think we got to measure that as a potential one just to mark it. This is a good looking piece. Put that chunk under it. All right, we'll go buck that thing. What do you think? We ought to hand roll that one down here?
Oh, no.
You want to wait for the crane? Just snare it?
We can, or we can tag, tag out and choke it.
I'll bet you I can get it halfway here, and then you just tag it out from here.
It's up to you. Oh, that. Yeah, nah. Got a mother-in-law picture frame.
Yep. All right, so these trees got notched yesterday too high. I gave them a mark, told them to cut it high so that in case something split, we had a little bit to work with. And I gave them specific instructions to notch it down to the bottom line. That did not happen, too high. And the more we look at it, the more we think we want to notch it down to about there. So I got my climbing gear. I haven't climbed for a while, but we'll go see what happens. I don't know if I'll film it. All right, I'm up here, I'm recutting the notch. To line this up, that thing's pointing to my right a little bit. So we need to make the bottom of the notch about 4 inches below that white line. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'm over here. I guess the guy's on his way back, but I'm gonna get this one started anyway, about where we need to put it, and we'll go from there. Okay. So that is cut off at the white line. I don't know if you can see that there, right there. It's a white line. So I cut it off there and then notched below that. So that other climber is on his way back. I could probably get it done, but if he's coming over, we'll probably just set the crane up and do, sorry about the spin. We'll just set the crane up and do this one first while he's here so he can tune it up if we need to. And then I think I'll drill the holes in it now, pick a side so that he can drive the spikes while he's up there. So this should go pretty good. Well, thank you for joining me for episode 93 of Milwaukee Fuel Drills Suck. This is the replacement for the replacement drill. All right, I'm just pre-drilling this. We picked the side. This is the downhill side facing the road. I made some nails last night. I won't put these in until it's getting ready to fly, and then the tree guy's coming back, so he's gonna notch the second one, and then I'll have him here when the crane gets here, and he can drive these in. So one for each end. I'll set this thing up now with straps and get it ready, get everything else out of the way. We put a big shackle on the end of the strap, and so we can fly it this way, and we tie a little rope to the shackle itself so that we can slack the crane down and unhook it from the ground, and then between the loose end of the strap and this rope, we can pull on the shackle and everything will slip free, and we can unhook it all from the ground so nobody has to climb out there.
guys. Oh, that's ladder. It's not the light.
That's one.